Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, guys, she did me wrong. She did me very, very wrong. I'm kind of ashamed to even put this video out today. Kind of embarrassing that I let it happen to me. You notice I'm by myself today. Well, actually, I'm not by myself. I got all the livestock behind me. The donkeys are actually over in a different corral, but they're eating hay. They've already had their grains. I'm looking at the barn, and amazing progress on the barn. The doors came in. I'll tell you that right now. The doors came in. So Ricardo and his guys, they got out there this morning and they got on it. Now they're on lunch break right now, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to tell you a couple stories about how Meredith did me wrong and how I'm pretty embarrassed about it myself. First story has to do with this John Deere Gator right here. I've been helping Meredith take care of this farm, you know, while she's at work, and I'm kind of overseeing the barn build. So, you know, I get up in the morning and feed grain. I've got a little special technique now so I don't get over trampled and overrun. I've got the animals figured out a little bit. So I give them their grain and their special areas, and it's working out really, really well. And then in the afternoon, I like to feed hay. Like we're eating hay right now. And I've got a little technique with that as well. I go into the donkey corral, give them a little bit of hay. I come up on the back pasture and I start spreading it out, and I'll finish up here by the shelters and by the barn. And I use this John Deere Gator right here, and Meredith's had this thing for a long time. I'm pretty sure she bought it used, and she doesn't really buy too many things brand new. She's kind of frugal like that. She's a sharp cookie. Got to keep an eye out. These horses will come up and molest me a little bit. I just don't want them molesting the camera there. I'm going to keep you safe. But yeah, I use this John Deere Gator to distribute the hay. They get 2 bales of hay, 2 square bales. And normally that works just fine. Well, she had said, Tim, I don't know how much gasoline is left in the John Deere. You know, you may want to put some in before it runs out. You're stuck out in the middle of the field. I said, well, thanks for the, because I don't know where the gauge is. Actually, the gauge is right down here. I see it right now. You know, I've got a Kubota side by side. I got a Polaris 4-wheeler. I've never had a John Deere Gator before. So, but I do know, she said, you might want to put some gasoline in it. All right. So, I went to put some gas in it, because it ain't got no gas in it, as a Sling Blade would say. And she had said, she'd already warned me, Tim, the Kubota tractor uses diesel. The Gator side-by-side uses gasoline. Well, I knew both of those. I knew those. But she said, I don't have diesel tanks, diesel jugs. I just got gasoline jugs, but I wrote on them what is in each one. Gas, diesel. Well, alrighty then. I hear you, donkeys. I hear you, donkeys. I guess they don't like the sound of that siren going by. Fire rescue. So I figured I'll go ahead and fill this thing up for her. And over by the horse trailer, there was a red jug, and I looked it over, and it did not say diesel on it. It didn't say diesel on it anywhere. Well, and I knew that because I had already used the Kubota tractor, and I knew where the diesel jug was because it said diesel on it, and I kept it right by the tractor. Well, this one didn't say, I didn't see where it said anything on it. It'd been out in the sun, you know, over by the track, or the horse trailer. And it was full. It was full. So I got it over here. I took the cap off. I filled it up. And I commenced to feeding hay. And it did just fine. Did just fine. I parked it. And, well, the next day, Meredith and Willa, her daughter, are feeding hay. I fed grain that morning, and I had to go back to the ridge and start taking care of things on the ridge. End of last week, right? And she calls me and say, Tim, the gators broke down. I said, well, what happened? She says, we're out here feeding hay and we're stuck in the middle of the field and the horses are all over us. You know, because normally when you got hay in the back of the thing here and before you distribute it, they'll just come out and they'll just start eating it right out of the side-by-side. Right now, there ain't nothing back there really, and they've got everything out in the field. So anyway, she had horses all around her. She said, yeah, she said, where did you get the gas for the side-by-side? Well, I said, I got it over by the horse trailer. She goes, did it say gas on the jug? I said, well, I did not see where it said gas on the jug, but it did not say diesel. And I sniffed it, and it smelled like gas. Now, I got a 54-year-old sniffer, and it smelled like gasoline to me. Maybe it was old gas. Maybe it was diesel. Maybe it was a diesel gas mixture. Because she had said this had happened before to them, that diesel had been put into the Gator. I don't know the whole story behind it. I wasn't there for that. So I'm like, well, it did not say diesel on it. And you said if it would have diesel or gas. She said, well, did it say gas? I said, no. I didn't see where it said gas. She said, all right, well, we'll just have to take care of it later. So I came here, right, this weekend, and I commenced to, well, take care of it. And it was out in the middle, so I got some starter fluid. I pulled the air filter out. I sprayed some starter fluid in there. I got it started. I got it out of the corral, at least, out of the field where all the animals are, because they had picked this thing clean. And got it up under the shade, and I commenced to smelling the gas, and it smelled like gas to me. And I went over to the diesel jug, and it said diesel on it. Smelled it, and that definitely was diesel. I went over to the gasoline jug. I saw that said gas on it that was empty. She said, you may have to go get some. Well, that one was empty, and it didn't really say gas. It had a G and a couple squigglies. So it looked like a G, so that was probably gas. But the other one, the one I used, did not say diesel and did not say gas. She said, where'd you get that? I said, over by the horse trailer. She goes, ooh, that's been there for a long time. Ooh, okay. So it was not the gas tank. It was not the diesel tank. Well, what was it? Don't know. Could have been gas that was old. Could have been diesel. Could have been a gas-diesel mix from the last time this happened. They had to get it out of the Gator. So that's what I ended up having to do, siphon it out of the Gator. And she'd actually bought a siphon for this last time it happened. And so I had this siphon, and I got the gas can that didn't say gas on it. And I siphoned it out, filled that sucker up, 5-gallon tank. And then I lifted up the dump bed, and I disconnected the gas line from the tank, drained it. I disconnected the filter, drained it. I disconnected the line to the carburetor, drained it. And then I put in some fresh gas. Now I know it's got gas in it. Man, they got some kind of emergency going on right here. Sound like that one's going the other direction. All right, so I got fresh gas in it. And I spray some starter fluid in there. I pump the, I do the choke. I eventually get it running. And she comes home and said, yeah, I got it going. I did all this to it. She said, well, yeah, that one did not say gas, and that one did not say diesel. I told you it would say gas or say diesel. She did. She did. So I just didn't listen. Man. So those are coming from that direction. The other one came from that direction. Must be right there. I heard it stop right there. So I don't know if she did me wrong on that one, or did I do her wrong on that one. I do have, and I'm going to remedy this situation right now. At my house, you know, I got that giant 58-gallon diesel tote, right? The pump and the 12-volt pump and everything, and the spigot. So I really don't need my yellow diesel cans anymore, my jugs. So I'm going to bring her a yellow diesel jug so she can have one that's designated for diesel fuel. And anything that's red will be gasoline. Anything that's yellow will be diesel fuel. So I still got to make sure that the jug that has the diesel gas mix or whatever it is, the one I pumped out, that we dispose of that one properly. As a matter of fact, I probably need to take it over to my house and use that for lighting brush fires, because we don't want this happening again. We don't want this happening. So I don't know if she did me wrong on that one or if I did her wrong on that one. Leave me a comment down below. But that isn't the story where she did me wrong. Could be, but not necessarily the one. So this weekend, Meredith made lunch for us. It was a delicious lunch, and then she made supper. Thank you, Meredith, for making lunch and supper for us. And me and Willa and Hudson were all very much appreciative. Eating dinner, she made this spaghetti with zucchini, prosciutto, that really thin sliced Italian meat. It's so good. Oops, sorry about that. I just recorded another 10 or 15 minutes of this, and the camera battery overheated, or the camera overheated. But yeah, she made this amazing spaghetti with zucchini and prosciutto, the thin sliced Italian meat, and it had meatballs, marinara, spaghetti sauce. It was delicious. And commenced to eating it, me and Hudson and Willa, and we all enjoyed it. And at the end of the meal, you know, she said, how was it and everything? I said, it was delicious. I said, I'll tell you this, baby, I'm always open and honest with you. Not too keen on those meatballs. I don't know if it's the texture or the flavor. She orders the stuff from Hungry Root, you know, all these little kits and stuff, and fresh vegetables, fresh meats, and fresh pastas, and she makes them all together. And I said, well, the meatballs just didn't cut it for me. I don't know what it was. And we finished the meal, and she said, honey, I got to be honest with you. I said, what's that? She said, that wasn't meat. I say, what? She said, that was not meat. That was that better than meat, or incredible meat, or the meat substitute. It's plant-based meat substitute. I'm not kidding, guys. It was plants trying to be meat. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I think they should take meat and make it taste like plants. That way we can eat our plants, but we still get meat. But no, this was plants that made to taste like meatballs. And she tried to pass one over on me, and it didn't work. I caught it. I caught it quickly. It just did not taste like meat, you know. What is the name of that? If you remember the name of that meat substitute's real popular. I think Burger King or McDonald's made a burger out of it, and you get the, whatever it was. They leave a comment down below. I don't remember what that was. But she did me wrong, guys. That's the real do me wrong this weekend. It wasn't the telling me that the diesel's in the one labeled diesel, because I got the tank that didn't have diesel on it, and apparently it was not gas. I guess I should have listened. She said the gas had the gas on it, even though it just had a G and a little bit of an S maybe. I think she did me wrong on that one too. So let me know down below if you think she did me wrong on the gas, or if she just did me wrong on the meat substitute, or if I'm just being unreasonable. I am appreciative that she made meals for us, because, oh man, goodness, she takes care of me, and I try to take care of her. You know, I'm trying to oversee this little barn build right here, and I ain't doing much, but I am here for it. I'll be should have just one more installment, getting these Dutch doors in, get these last couple walls done. I'll get this video out to you, and then I'll be back on the ridge, getting in on projects over there. I can't wait to get over there and do that with y'all. So yeah, I am not upset at Meredith. She took care of me, and I appreciate the meals she cooked, and I'm just glad I can help her out by feeding the animals and watching over the barn thing. I love her to death, and I'm super happy. Hope you guys know that, and I'm just blessed to be part of this, guys. So if you like today's video, hit that notification bell, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go Ridge Life.